So in this video, we are going to quickly, and I mean quickly, go through the group 3 vocabulary words, all three of them. So abate means to decrease, something goes down, something dwindles. Abjure means to renounce or to go against. Like if I abjure a formerly held belief, I renounce it, I give it up. Anomalous means irregular, something that's kind of out of the ordinary. Antipathy means hatred. So if you have an antipathy for something, you have a strong dislike for it. Arcane means something that is mysterious or difficult to understand. Think about like an ancient language, for example, it's very arcane. Arduous means that something is very difficult, it requires a lot of effort in order to get it done. Artless has a couple of definitions. So one definition would be very plain. So it's an artless wall, for example. It's just a plain white wall. Another definition would be naive, kind of lacking experience. Another definition would be lacking skill. So those are kind of related to each other. Ascetic refers to depriving yourself of luxury. So think about a monk, for example. A monk would live an ascetic lifestyle, so not have a great many luxuries in that person's life. Assuage means to decrease bad feelings. So imagine somebody's angry. If you assuage them, you kind of make them feel better. To betray obviously means to stab somebody in the back, but it has another definition as well, which means to unintentionally reveal something. Let's say, for example, in the past, the queen's brother dies, and the queen kind of subtly smiles. That would betray that she was actually happy about that. I don't know why I thought of that example, but there you go. Bucolic means countryside, but not in a negative connotation, in a very positive connotation. Kind of think about the bucolic countryside. It's very peaceful. Burgeon means to increase rapidly, just to increase at a very rapid clip. Cacophonous means very noisy. Think about if somebody's playing the drums, near you, or playing an instrument very loudly. Canonize means to put somebody in a canon, which means to treat them like a god. So canonize means to essentially elevate somebody to a god-like status. Censure means to reprimand somebody. Maybe they did something bad and you publicly reprimand them. That's what censure means. Chicanery means like trickery or deception in order to maybe swindle somebody or to kind of get them, get their money or trick them. Okay, let's scroll down a little bit. So we'll go all the way so we can see all 30. So to coalesce means things come together. Basically things are very spread out and they kind of come together. They coalesce in the middle. Cogent has a couple of definitions. It can mean clear, but it can also mean persuasive. So take, for example, a cogent argument. That would be persuasive and logical. Same thing with compelling. So compelling can mean something is very interesting, but it can also be used to describe an argument that is persuasive and logical. To contend, again, has a couple of definitions, sorry. So contend can mean to compete, like to challenge somebody, but it can also mean to strongly assert something. So I contend, blah, blah, blah. That would be kind of an assertion that I'm making. Copious means a lot, something that exists in great abundance. Cosmopolitan is used to describe either a city or a person who's very sophisticated, has a lot of different cultures. Maybe it's very worldly. Think about New York, for example. Deference means politeness. So if you were to defer to somebody, you're basically giving them respect and authority. So that's what deference means, like great respect. Desultory means to do something carelessly, without a lot of effort, to do something in a cursory manner. Diffident means very shy, very reserved. You don't really talk a lot. At a party, you're the one hanging out by the wall rather in the center of the room. Dilatory means very slow. So think about like a turtle, a slow moving turtle. Equivocate means to not give a clear answer. So it could be this way or it could be that way. You're kind of wavering between two things. Polarize means to push things to opposite extremes. Like the political climate is very polarized in many countries. Prodigal means very wasteful, expending resources in a very wasteful manner, the return of the prodigal son. And then finally, verbose, which hopefully I'm not being because this is called Prep Swift, it means to talk a lot or to overtalk.